Well, hey there, Beehive. It's Ken Lawson, Renaissance Man, and I am finally here. Finally, as many of you have been begging for a while, here with Renaissance. I'm going to do it like I did some of the other things, like Lemonade and all that, and I'm going to do the audio version first, and that way I can allow the transitions to happen within the songs, and then I'll do the Renaissance film afterwards. Of course, there'll be two separate things, and I'm going to, as usual, delve into the lyrics, do all of those things, but without the beautiful Beyonce to look at in the videos, I can focus even more on the music and the lyrics. I know the background basically of the album, that this was kind of written during COVID time, and that was actually supposed to be the second album after Cowboy Carter, because she was writing them, around the same time. But she decided when COVID was ending that people needed a happy, uplifting album, so she moved Renaissance first. And that was probably a good choice, because I was all good with COVID, because I'm kind of a shut in anyway. I don't go out a whole lot. So, but a lot of people had real problems with it, and we will jump into it, and I'll of course give you some facts down in the writing, and we'll go over every song and see how this goes, guys. Join my Patreon if you'd like. For now, if you're watching this and it's early on, this is just part one. Part two is going to be over on my Patreon as well. But if you're watching it later, both parts are probably available on YouTube. I just put it on Patreon to clear up copyrights, and that's how it works sometimes. And for this reaction, I was down to the bottom of the bottle of wine, so I thought I'll just pour the whole damn thing since I got a whole album to do. All right, first song is I'm That Girl. Explicit yet again, because why go with whitewashed lyrics? I'm always going to go for the explicit lyrics, as you guys know. All right, let's jump in.
Please, motherfuckers, ain't stop. Please, motherfuckers, please, please, motherfuckers, please, 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 motherfuckers, please, please, motherfuckers, ain't stopping me. Please, motherfuckers, ain't stopping me. Please, motherfuckers, ain't stopping me. Please, motherfuckers, ain't stopping me.
I pull up in these clothes, look so good, cause I'm in that hoe. You know, all these songs sound good, cause I'm on that hoe. Dead ass. Dead ass. I'm dead ass.
Yeah, so I think I saw that dead ass means, seriously, I ain't joking around.
It's not the diamonds.
Ooh.
It's not the pearls. I'm that girl.
Ooh, I like that
It's
good.
just that I'm that girl. It's not my man. It's not my style.
Didn't expect these smooth vocals.
From the top of the morning I shine.
Ooh.
Right through the blinds, touching everything.
Ooh, gonna go back to the beginning of that transition into the next verse. I really like this this repetitive thing building as kind of the music of the track. It's like the music and the percussion of the track, and it's really, really unique. I'm not sure that I've heard that really before. What a shock to say on a Beyonce song. I'm not sure I really heard that before. She tends to do surprising things. But yeah, beautiful, smooth vocals through here. And I like the way it, started off slow and then just sped up and then became, that, but I did not expect her to come in with these nice smooth vocals over that. I'll get into the lyrics a bit in the written part more so, but I think a lot of this is pretty self-explanatory. Of she's basically saying she's the shit. I mean, I'm that girl, and so it really doesn't have a whole lot to do with the things she owns or who her husband is or any of those things. It all comes from who she is inside, and it just makes her that, you know? All right, let's get back into it. Yeah, because it's like this: from the top of the morning, I shine right through the blinds, touching everything in my plain view, and everything next to me gets lit up too. She's basically saying that she's the shit, and that just her presence and what she's become can help to serve to illuminate and help the people around her. So let's get back into it.
I'm that girl. It's just that I'm that girl.
I love the way that carries that. I love the almost ethereal nature of this.
And everything next to me is lit up too.
Which is true. I mean, she's an industry unto herself. I really like that whole thing of I didn't want this power, because I imagine it's a lot. It weighs on someone that they are the center almost of an industry, because all the people that work with her, all the people that branch out from around that, she's got a lot of responsibility. And she didn't necessarily want the power and to be looked up to as probably a role model to a lot of people. I'm sure she enjoys the fact that she is a role model, and that, you know, but it does put some strain on you whenever you want to do things that aren't role modelish. All right, let's get back into it. Really love the feel of this track. It's really cool.
You know love is my weakness. Don't need drugs for some freak shit.
Oh, I like that line.
I'm just high all the time. I'm out of my mind.
I know that feeling. Tweaking.
On the weekend, I'm indecent. Let it begin. I be pulling up in a 92 to Ville Cadillac with them boys losing my mind. Be still, an American. I don't need no friends. I've been thugging for my American life, flights in these deep flawless skies. Off the deep end, such a heathen. Why they let me outside? I pull relief in.
Ooh, beautiful production there.
I can breathe again. I be beating down the block, knocking Basquiat's off the wall. Oh, that's how I ball.
Okay, hold on. We're going to back up a little bit here, because there's a lot of lyrics in here that I really, really love. Yeah, when she gets down to this, don't need drugs for some freak shit. I'm just high all the time, out of my mind. I know that feeling, because I've always been a very up person, and, you know, down to do some freaky shit. But I never needed drugs to get me in the mood for that. Yeah, when she says don't need drugs for some freak shit, you know, I'm sure that there's a little bit of sexual undertone, but there's also that she's willing to go outside the box, you know. And I'm just high all the time. I'm out of my mind. I'm tweaking. Freaky on a weekend. Pulling up, and I love this when she has that line, "I'm indecent, let it begin," and then the tone changes, and we're getting into a whole nother section. But I love the whole idea of I don't need other substances to help me be the freak that I am, and I mean that in the best possible way. So, all right, let's get back into it.
Break it.
Beautiful vocal work through here.
Let it begin. I be pulling up in a 92 DeVille Cadillac with them boys losing my mind.
Vogues are expensive tires.
I don't need no friends. I've been thugging for my American life, flights in these deep flawless skies. Off the deep end, such a heathen, why they let me outside?
I love that line. Such a heathen, why they let me outside.
Bring that beat in, I can breathe again. I be beating down the block, knocking Basquiat's off the wall. That's how I ball. Cleanse me of my sins, my un-American life.
Bring back that cool little rhythm. Okay, I know we're getting ready to go into the next song, but I want to look at some of these lyrics when it got to the more rappy section real quick. Because there were a couple of things I found when I was reading up on this about the with them Vogues, which is apparently, I did not know this, like a really high-end tire that was kind of a status symbol thing to put it on your Cadillac. And then the un-American part, I had to look that up because I was trying to figure out exactly what she meant. But I think what she's getting across there is a lot of black people are called un-American because some people think of them as just immigrants who should go back where they came from, or, you know, just generally that they're not American because they weren't born here originally, which most of us weren't, or, you know, most of the people other than the Native Americans. And then this, in these D flawless skies, D flawless is a diamond type that's like really high end that not a lot of people can afford. Off the deep end, such a heathen. And there's the part I really love. Off the deep end, such a heathen. Why they let me outside? Because it's like if you're not part of the societal norms and those kinds of things, it's like, you know, maybe I shouldn't be in public if I'm this awesome, you know, because being a heathen is not necessarily a bad thing, right? And then I also love this. Oh, you know what? Since this was around COVID time, and then she has bring that beat in, now I can breathe again. I'm wondering if that has to do with finally getting past when we all, you know, when everybody was wearing masks and doing all of that, and feeling like now I can get out and be a part of the world again and just breathe the fresh air. And then I'd be beating down the block, knocking Basquiat's. I think it's Basquiat. That was an artist off the wall all. And I think that's talking about the people that have the huge sound systems in their car that you can hear and feel them go by with the doom, 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 and it shakes the walls. And that's what she's talking about, knocking Basquiat's off the wall. An American Life. Okay, cool. Let's get back to the end of it and the transition to the next song, which I don't know what the name of it is. I just really love this repeating thing being the rhythm track.
This a reminder.
I like this. Is kind of dirty and grungy. Ooh, love that phrasing through there. A little up on the end, that's cool.
She's a god, she's a hero.
Ooh.
She survived all she been through. Confident, damn, she lethal. Might I suggest you don't fuck with my sis? Ooh, 'cause she comfortable in my skin.
Okay, love that line. Might I suggest you don't fuck with my sis? And I wonder if that's a little bit of a reference to, I think it was her sister that went after someone in the elevator, defending Beyonce in a way. I think that's a thing. I'll look it up for sure. So we're on Cozy. All right, let me take a quick look at this. All right, so I went to check some of the lyrics and things of what I've heard so far and checking. And it was that Solange went after Jay-Z in the elevator. And there was a lot of speculation that it had to do with the infidelity. And then, of course, that proved out that that could very well have been the case, since that came out later. But yeah, this song is very much Beyonce, like being accepting and reverent of who she is now because of everything she went through to get to where she is, and just living in her own skin and accepting all of the things that she is now. Which I really love this. I love the burning of the dagger from the words that you say, dancing in the mirror, kiss my scars because I love what they made. That basically sums it up right there. That all of the trials and tribulations she went through made her who she is now. And I love the musical feel of this.
I suggest you don't fuck with my sis.
I just love that line.
Comfortable in my skin, cozy with who I am. Comfortable in my skin, cozy.
Oh, I like the way, I like that message.
I love myself, goddamn cozy. Cozy.
It's a great message.
I love me. They hate me. 'Cause they want me. I've been thick, been fine, still a 10, still here, that's all me.
Wow. Okay, a whole lot to unpack in here. One of the things I really, really love, I love the whole message of just becoming cozy with yourself. But I love this, that she's saying, you know, I love me, and some of them hate me just because they want me. And I get what she's saying, because there are some people who dislike just the skin color alone, but are still turned on by her, and that can cause them some a bit of a conundrum, as it were. But I like this. I'm a dark brown, dark skin, light skin, beige, fluorescent. It's basically saying that even the discrimination within skin colors within the black community, or the way that other communities react to different skin colors, that you can be cozy in your skin no matter what that is, because it's about you. It's not about what the outside people think of you. Just be cozy with who you are, and the societal opinions on your skin or your way of being are irrelevant. And I like this: bend the light, bend dark, bend the truth. I think what she's saying is, sometimes she was too dark for some people, too light for other people, and so she's been all of that. I've been thick, been fine, still a 10, still here. That's all me. It's basically, she loves every part of herself, from back when she was a little thicker to the times that she got herself in, phenomenal shape, and she's learning to love every step along the way. Of course, when she says green eyes envy me, she's talking about jealousy, but I'm just going with it that she's got beautiful eyes. All right.
Bitch, I'm black. Been down, been up, been broke down, bounce back. Been off, been on, been back. What you know about that? Been the light, been dark, been the truth, been that king, be energy. I've been thick, been fine, still a 10, still here, that's all me. Black love too.
Of course, the bend the light, bend the dark is sometimes she's a good person, sometimes she's...
Pink, blue like the soul I crowned. Purple drink and cold tour gowns. Gold fangs and shade God made. Blue, black, white, and brown. Paint the town red like cinnamon. Yellow diamonds,
cinnamon.
limoncello, glycerin, rainbow.
Love those
gelato in the
phrasings.
streets. Renaissance, yachting in Capri. You're a god, a hero. Survive all you've been through. Confident, damn, you're lethal. Might I suggest you don't fuck with my sis? Cause she comfortable.
That's never not going to bring a smile to my face.
Cozy with who I am. Comfortable in my
Especially
skin.
now that I've
Cozy.
learned a little about Solange.
Comfortable in my skin. Cozy with who I am. I love myself, goddamn cozy. Cozy, cozy, cozy. I'm juicy, I'm juicy. You hate me, cause you want me. I'm swaggy, effortlessly. That's how God made me. So bitch, pay me.
Okay, I want to go back right here because I really love this line, and to me this sums up Beyonce in a way. I'm swaggy effortlessly. She is who she is. The swag that she has about her is just, it just comes out of her freely. She doesn't have to work at it because that's how God made me. So bitch, pay me. I like all of this up through here. Yeah, the other thing I liked down in here, yeah, I love the phrasing she had on the things like paint the town red like cinnamon. The other thing I wanted to point out is that this album has a lot of samples on it. I'll put down in places where I find them what the samples are of and their relevance, because this is a renaissance and paying tribute to the black and queer community that kind of rebelled against the norms and made their own place in dance clubs and things like that, and just kind of made their own culture within it. And so she's paying homage to all these different things where like disco originated from black people, and once again bringing to the forefront knowledge of where things began, even though they were later just mainstream. Guys, I am back. I had to take a little short break, but I'm glad I did, because in that time I found out I'm missing a whole bunch of layers to this song that, of course, I didn't just catch from the lyrics, because I was looking at it as being from Beyonce's point of view mostly, singing about black women. But what a lot of this song is about is black trans women, and just basically the colors that she runs through are all part of the Progress Pride flag. They're all the colors within that, and they represent marginalized LGBTQ and people of color, trans people, and those living with or lost to HIV. It's on a whole bunch more levels, of course. It is Beyonce than I expected. Also, that one verse that ended with her saying, yeah, the verse about you're a god, you're a hero, you survived all you've been through, says, might I suggest you don't fuck with my sis. It feels like pretty much most of that verse was about her sister and the way she feels about her. Whereas, of course, like I say, this, I think, has its roots in the black trans community, and some of the people speaking and things like that fall within that community. But it still is a broader theme beyond just that. I did see people arguing, no, it's not about those things, it's just about that. And it's like, it's Beyonce. She writes beyond a single theme. Okay? So, let's get back into the song.
I'm cozy. Cozy, cozy, cozy. I'm juicy, I'm juicy. You hate me, cause you want me. I'm swaggy.
You know, it's funny now knowing the context a little bit more. These lines sound different. this "you hate me because you want me" is true for a lot of times that people will see transgender people not realizing they're transgender and be like, "Oh, damn, hot," and then they find out that they're transgender, and it just annoys them, the fact that they feel like they were duped, you know. But yeah, it definitely has a different feel knowing the context behind it now. And I really like all the different feels of different eras that she's pulling in, you know, paying homage to those pioneers and people that brought all this music into the forefront.
Swaggy, effortlessly, that's how God made me. So bitch, pay me.
I like that line.
Cozy. Comfortable in my skin, cozy with who I am. I love myself.
And I like that word for that, cozy with who I am. Ooh, I like that little break. Just give you a second to vibe.
Please do not be alarmed, remain calm. Do not attempt to leave the dance floor. The DJ booth is conducting a troubleshoot test of the entire system.
I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one.
Okay. Of course, I let the transition play through, and it is neat, the whole concept of doing this as if it's a night of dance music being done by a DJ, so that they're setting up the songs to flow one into the other, by sometimes keeping the same kind of beat and things like that. So let me check on this one. Y'all get a little bit of an Ash sighting. I know so many of you love him, so I figured I'd bring him in just for a second. Okay, so I went ahead and read through the lyrics real quick, and this one really sounds just like summing up who she is and why she's different, with little references here and there to a lot of personal life kind of things. But, you know, with the overall message of we're all unique and we all have our unique ways. We're the only one of us. Okay. So let's get back into it.
Do not attempt to leave the dance floor. The DJ booth is conducting a troubleshoot test of the entire system.
I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. No one else in this world can think like me.
True.
I'm twisted, how contradicted. Keep him addicted. Lies on his lips, I lick it. Unique. That's what you are. Stilettos kicking vintage crystal.
You know, that line, once again, the double meaning coming around, and could be just my dirty ass mind working in this as well. But keep him addicted, lies on his lips, I lick it. There's multiple ways that can be looked at. One is, you know, lies on his lips. Could be that she's lying on his lips in a particular way while she licks it. But there's also, this was, I believe, after the affair. And even though it wasn't public, I don't think at this point. Anyway, the lies on his lips, I lick it, could be that basically the lies that he's told her, that she's managed to overcome them because she's unique. But we'll see where that goes. All right, let's get back to it.
Stilettos kicking vintage crystal off the bar.
I like the
Category.
distortion on the percussion
Bitch,
track.
I'm the bar. Alien superstar. Whip, whip. I'm too classy
Oh.
Feed you diamonds and pearls. Oh, baby, I'm too classy to be touched. I paid them all in dust. I'm stingy with my love. Oh, baby, you are.
Huh.
I'm stingy with my love. Oh, baby, you are.
Wow.
I'm stingy with my love. Unicorn is the uniform you put on. Eyes on you when you perform. Eyes on I when I put on. Masterminded, haute couture, label horse, can't clock, I'm so obscure. Masterpiece, genius, drip, intravenous. Patty cake on there is Tiffany blue billboards
Oh.
over that ceiling.
Wow, I love this right here, drip intravenous, and I'm assuming by drip she's also talking about the clothes she wears, you know, and things like that. But label whores can't clock, I'm so obscure. Sounds like she's wearing designer stuff that is specific to her. And so the people that are like, ooh, it's Gucci, it's this, it's that, can't recognize what she's wearing because it's unique. I wonder if she's saying that her style just emanates from her, you know? But I did see something also. We got Tiffany blue billboards over that ceiling. I think her and Jay-Z did a Tiffany campaign. I think I saw that somewhere. Oh, and I'll see if they play it again. But I recognized, you know, like I said, there's a lot of sampling on this, and so I think I recognize something.
Intravenous, patty cake on there is Tiffany blue billboards over that ceiling.
I love where she's throwing in the harmonies in spotty places.
How high when I rodeo, then I come down and take off again. You see pleasure in my glare. Look over my shoulder and you ain't scared. The effects you have on me when you stare. Head on a pillow, hike it in the air. I'm too classy for this world forever.
She keeps throwing in these little things, you know, because she is, you know, a very sexual person. That head on a pillow and hike it in the air, that's face down, ass up. The effects you have on me when you stare. And I mean, that's the thing. Just your lover looking at you a certain way can just get you horny just like that, you know, because you're like, oh, I know what you're thinking. I'm too classy for this. I love that she follows up, head on a pillow, hike it in the air. I'm too classy for this world forever. I'm that girl. And I'm that girl, I think, was that the name of the first song? Anyway, maybe it's just throwback to that. But I love that she follows up because a lot of people think face down, ass up in the air is like downright and dirty. And then she follows it with I'm too classy for this world forever. Which I don't think that that's, you know, dirty in any way. I just think it's all part of life, right?
I'm too classy for this world.
Yeah, this part right here.
Feed you diamonds and pearls. Oh, baby, I'm too classy to be touched. I paid them all in dust. I'm stingy with my love. Oh, baby.
Yeah, that part right there, it sounds like I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. And since she does sample a lot of the stuff that, you know, was big in the club scene and all that through this album, it's very possible that that's the little bit of Right Said Fred.
Got pearls beneath my legs, my lips, my hands, my hips. I got diamonds.
I just
beneath
love
my
her
eyes.
rapping with the
Ego will
singing
find bliss. Can't
backups.
find an ocean deep that can compete with the cinnamon kiss.
It just gives a
Fire
flow
beneath
to
your
it.
feet. Music when you speak, you're so
With-
unique.
With her being the percussion. Ooh, nice
That's
panning.
what you are. Lingerie reflecting off the mirror on the bar. Category
Ooh,
sexy.
that's a
bitch
cool
on the
image.
bar. Alien superstar.
We dress a certain way,
Oh.
we walk a certain way, we talk a certain way.
I'll go back for that in a
we
second.
paint a certain way, we make love a certain way. You know, all of these things we do in a different, unique, specific way that is personally ours.
Reaching out to the solar system, we flying over. Bullshit, we flying over. Supernatural love up in the air.
Oh, I love the mix of rapping and singing and melodic lines.
I just talk my shit.
Okay, I gotta go. I want to go back to this lyric up here. I'll come back to there in a second, because we're going to have another transition coming. The one about the bar. Here we go. Lingerie reflecting off the mirror on the bar. Oh, the mirror on the bar. But then category sexy bitch, I'm the bar. So, once again, double meaning for bar. And she is the bar that has been set. Alien superstar. This has a great groove to it. Really great groove. And I love this line. We flying over bullshit. We flying over supernatural love up in the air. I just talk my shit, Casanova, superstar, supernova. What great little rhyme schemes within this. So let's get back into it.
Up in the air. I just talk my shit, Casanova, superstar, supernova. Power pulling closer.
Her phrasing was different than I expected there, but it was cool. Ooh.
I feel like falling in love.
Ooh, I'm gonna like this one.
I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I need some drink in my cup. Hey, I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I wanna go missing. I need a prescription.
Okay, I gotta go back to the beginning of that a little bit because I love this. You know what this feels like to me is Silk Sonic. But Silk Sonic has that throwback kind of 70s feel. But the way she's coming in with the kind of cheeky lines and then the cool little backups, just a little bit of call and response thing. And once again, I just love her attitude. I feel like falling in love. I'm in the mood to fuck something up. That's just, I like it. All right. Let me check out the lyrics real quick. And we're going in 3, 2, 1.
I feel like falling in love. I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I need some.
I just love these backups, the little descending lines.
I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I wanna go missing. I need a prescription. I wanna go higher. Can I sit on top of you? I wanna
Yes,
go where
please.
nobody's been. Where nobody's been. Have you ever had fun like this? Oh, we gon' fuck up the night.
I love she jumped up into head voice there.
Spaceships fly.
It's so flirty and playful.
Fuck up the night. We getting fucked up tonight. We gon' fuck up the night. See fire. You'll see stars.
You know what's so funny is the backups on this, and they remind me of something that would surprise you. They sound a little bit like the way Frank Zappa does some of the little cheeky backups. They're this fun quality to them with nice harmonies, coming in behind his kind of just straight up vocals. And this has that same kind of feel to me, which is in the best possible way. Really, the song is just basically, we're going to go out, I'm going to dance, we're going to end up in bed, we're going to be fucking. And I like that line, yeah, I want to go higher. Can I sit on top of you, of course? I want to go where nobody's been. Uh-oh, somebody's getting the strap on. And anyway, I like the straightforward nature of this song. It's basically, we're dancing and you're getting lucky tonight, and it's going to be lucky like you ain't never seen before. So let's get back into it. I love that. Oh, there it is. But you'll elevate and you'll meet God. Apparently she thinks it's going to be good for him. I love the rhythm of this.
Don't miss this roll call.
love.
Show up, show up, go up, go up, go up. You Mr. Nasty, I clean it up. Go where nobody's been. Go where nobody's been.
Apparently there will be no tissue needed.
Like this. I wanna go missing. I need a prescription. I wanna go higher. Gonna sit on top of you. We gon' fuck up the night.
Ooh.
Fuck it up.
I really like that. You know, it's something I think that is needed in songs like this that have just that cool little moving rhythm. I think it's great to just throw in a moment of a pause and just let the vocal sit. And then when you come back in, it gives you also a chance in the song, if you know it, to dance to it, to be dancing, and then just, you know, show you know the song by doing a little stop, and then you're right back in it. You might go hammer time.
I wanna go missing. I need a prescription. I wanna go higher. Gonna sit on top of you. We gon' fuck up the night.
See, and you get that little doom done back into it.
Shit's fine, shit's fine. Unapologetic when we fuck up the night. Unapologetic when we fuck up the night.
Her phrasing again, and I think this is Nile Rodgers on guitar.
See fire, let you see stars, let you elevate, let you meet God. I feel like falling in love.
This is just a good foreplay song, you know?
We gon' fuck up the night.
See, even there you got the little pause.
Boy, you got it. Hit them hydraulics while I ride it. Got me acting hella thotty. So excited,
Ooh.
so exotic. I'ma see.
I like it. Once again, I just love how she sings about sex, you know, how playful and fun it all sounds. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna lay flower petals down and do all this. It's like, no, I'm gonna get on you and do the nasty, you know? And it will be romantic because it's erotic. But I like this, and I mentioned that this is Nile Rodgers on guitar, and I think I saw it's Sadiq something, maybe from Tony playing drums, and he was doing that on one of the other songs. I think it was of hers, but I'll have to find out which song it was. But I just did one like in the last couple of weeks that he was on as well. But I like this hit them hydraulics while I ride it. Got me acting hella thotty. Just her phrasing and all that. And, you know, a thought is, you know, basically a promiscuous sexual person. Let's just put it that way. I guess it doesn't have to be promiscuous. I mean, it's just somebody who enjoys sex. And hit them hydraulics while I ride it sounds like he's jackhammering it. I'm a seasoned professional. Squeeze it. Don't let it go. Tease it. No self-control. Wow. She just makes sex sound like so much fun. As it is. If it's done right. If you're not having fun, you're just trying to wait till it's over, then you're not doing something right, or your partner isn't. She does have a whole lot of stops in here, just giving it room to breathe. Ooh, nice little run up and down.
I can't wait to come out and play.
Ooh. This has that Lady Marmalade kind of vocal style to me. It hits really well too. Ooh. Ooh. I want to go back and point out these backing. They're basically synth stabs that are emulating like horns, but they're not trying to sound like horns. They're more of a dirty, is it a sawtooth? I'll have to look up to see which type of waveform it is that gives it that kind of grungy feel to it, but it's what you would hear with horns in another song. Okay, here it comes coming right up. Hear that? Dun, dun, dun. I wonder if there are any real horns mixed in with that. I like how soft her voice is going right in here. What a great throwback song.
On stage rocking out stir crazy.
Yeah, you notice we're still with the same rhythm here.
Come lit still I drop lazy. None of that maybe energy.
Whoa.
Energy.
Just vibe.
Ooh. Anyway, I was saying that it's the same rhythm that it's almost exactly the same as the last song, but now we're introducing other instruments to give it variety from the last song, because there's nothing I hate more than the times that I would go to the club with, my wife or whatever, and you're sitting there, and usually she was dancing with her friends, because I don't really like dancing that much. Get me drunk enough and I will. But but I always hated when a song would be going and then it's the next song, and I'm fine with the rhythm continuing the same. But when you can't even tell one song from the next because it's just the same instruments, the same place for the voice, all of that, it just sounds monotonous to me. So I like what she's doing here of mixing it up.
Lazy, none of that maybe.
I'll have to look and see who this is singing or talking.
Energy. Energy.
Just vibe. Voting on 45, don't get out of line. Yeah. Ooh, 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 pick a side. Only double lines we cross is dollar signs.
Voting out 45, don't get out of line. I wonder if voting out 45 means getting rid of Trump on the first time around. That could be. Let's find out. Yeah, so apparently I was right. That line does reference voting out Trump the first time around, and then the line after that, don't get out of line. It's so funny because that's a reference to the long lines that were happening during that election of basically vote suppression, trying to get people to get out of line by making the lines, last up to 11 hours. So it was like, well, if we want to get where we want to be, you got to stay in line. And it's a really neat play on that. All right. Well, I love this. The only double lines we cross is dollar signs. That's pretty cool. Ash, be careful, man. Come on. All right, let's get back into it.
Yeah. Ooh, 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 pick a side. Only double lines we cross is dollar signs. Yeah. Ooh, 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 hold up. Wait. I hear you just got paid, make it rain. Energy. She more Cancun, he more Central Pay. Been waving around the crowd, don't move. Look around,
nice.
Everybody on mute. Look around, it's me and my group.
Everybody on mute and all the sound cut. Oh. So this is apparently Beam. Oh, love that. Oh, what great little rhythm changes in this. By the way, I love this line in here. Let's see, when that camera go pop, 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 keep them waiting like dot, 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 dot. And because I say that all the time, I'll say something, and instead of just the pause, I'll say, well, dot, 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 you know, because that's how it is shown in written form. So anyway, let's get back into it. I love the rhythms in this.
Get up all this good energy, got you all in your feelings. I'm crazy, I'm swearing, I'm daring, your man staring. I just entered the country with daring.
Listen to the side instruments. They're all kind of... Wow. Ooh. Another one carrying on that same rhythm feel, but with a whole different style. Okay, I got to look into this one and check my camera time. Okay, 7:15. I like the feel of this album, the cohesiveness of it, the way it's just flowing one into another and things like that, but without anything sounding repetitive. Because like that last song alone had so many different little rhythmy changes and different instruments just within that one song, really keeps it interesting. All right, let's see what Break My Soul is all about. I tell you what, all these people putting out like 18 song CDs makes it rough when you're doing an album, you know, because you're like, oh, I'm on the 8th song or whatever, and you're just like, I'm not even halfway there yet. You know, back in the day, you were lucky to get 12 songs. Back in the day, that was a Tuesday. But for this album, it was probably a Wednesday because it was hump day. All right, so this one from the lyrics feels very much like she's singing about the situation she was in with COVID, where she was at home, which basically, we'll get to it in the lyrics, but she's basically saying that she quit her job because everybody basically that was at home and their work was shut down, and she wasn't out touring, she wasn't doing any of that. She was at home writing and finding a new motivation and a new way of doing things. And that's a lot of what this song feels like, is that the world going into shutdown didn't break her. It made her take another step to a new place. And there's little references throughout that feel like COVID references, like about a hoodie and the mask outside and things like that. So let's get back into it and we'll listen to the music. It's so fun. It's a party. And release your anger, release your mind. It almost feels like, that was a nice held note. A lot of people felt that way. I just love that kick. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4 on the floor. And now adding in other percussive elements. Listen, now they're gonna. Oh, I love it. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, like that little... We're going to back up right there because I want to hear put that little growl into everybody again. But what I'm picturing now with looking at this as a COVID song, I can picture, because when COVID hit, I became really creative during that time and was able to just get to a bunch of things. I changed the way I was doing it because I used to retouch a bunch of photos and things like that, and for pageants and stuff. And of course, all that was gone with COVID. And that's when I got back into my artwork and all of this, and found the warning, and just I became ultra creative. And she did the same thing, and I can picture her just working through this, writing these things, and it's really it's familiar is why it's so exciting to me, because I can picture how she is, because I was that way. Now let's listen to on to Everybody, a nice little growl.
Release your mind, release your job, release the time, release your strain, release the stress, release your love, forget the rest.
I'ma lay down my head, 'cause I lost my mind. Be's back and I'm sleeping real good at night.
Unfortunately, I have to restart the camera right after I got him over here. Start your engines.
But the real good at night. Queens in the front and the doms in the back. Ain't taking.
I wonder which way she means that. Queens in the front and doms in the back could be like a dom, like a dominatrix, but it could be the Dom Perignon. But I don't know why it'd be in the back. Who knows? You know me. With her lyrics, I'm always expecting there to be the little bit of sexual undertone or overtone. Depends on the song.
Front and the doms in the back. Ain't taking no flicks, but the whole click snap. There's a whole lot of people in the house. Trying to
Ain't
smoke
taking
with
no
the yak
flicks,
in
but
your
the
mouth. And we back outside.
God.
You said you outside, but you ain't that outside. Worldwide
Oh,
hoodie with the
ain't
mask
that
outside.
outside.
In case you forgot how we act outside.
I love the way she's saying side. The backups on this album are one of my favorite things. Nothing like a nice little clappy snare sound, to make it sound like a party. There's that little growl.
You don't seek it, you won't see it, that we all know. You don't think it, you won't be it, that love ain't yours.
I love the way she's doing that. The accented.
Have the stress and I'll take less, I'll justify love. We go round in circles, searching for love. We go up and down, lost and found, searching for love. Looking for something that lives inside me.
Her phrasing on this is so unexpected in places. I like that little going up on that part. Ooh. Okay, I got to go back there. I want you to listen to something musically. There's a little that's climbing that like brings what she's singing. It like takes you on a little journey upwards to where it just hypes up the energy of it. But listen to the background instruments do a little climb. It's really nice. Right here. Great transition to the next part. I love her runs down at the end of Everybody every once in a while. Boy, this is just a song of defiance against mediocrity and the outside pressures. It's so funny that she's singing about this, and it makes such perfect sense because she's talking about building a new foundation, and got motivation, build a new foundation. Or was it? Taking a new salvation. It's like I said, it's like COVID for some people energized them creatively. And then, of course, taking things that she's talking about in how she's feeling, but giving them, again, a sexual undertone of, I'm about to explode, take off this load, which load, bust it or bend it, bust it open. Won't you make it go? It's so funny that she takes all the opportunities to give you a little something to make you smile that's underneath the actual message that she's putting there, and going, yes, this is the message, but I can still make it a little cheeky underneath, Which every time we sit down, aren't we a little cheeky underneath?
My own foundation, yeah.
Really love the happy vibe of this. She had to love writing this, because when you hit that rhythm, oh, is this going to transition directly? Oh, this one didn't transition in the same way. Wow, that was unexpected.
I've been up, I've been down. Feel like I moved mountains. Got friends that cried mountains. Oh, I'm wanting everybody. Soon as I get in this body, I'm gonna let go of this body. I'm gonna love on me. Nobody can judge me but me. I was born free. I'll drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. I said I pop it like a thotty, pop it like a thotty. We said I drop it.
Okay, I want to go back there, because this line is one of those that nobody can judge me but me. That line right there is one of those that you just go, well, that should be a universal line, because unfortunately, so many people judge themselves more harshly even than other people do. But I love this whole idea. And once again, it feels like a COVID song of coming out of COVID, or, alluding to just coming out of any situation where you've been down. And it's like, I'm warning everybody, as soon as I get to this party, I'm going to let it go of this body. I'm going to love on me. And it's like, I don't need everybody else around. I'm going to just dance for me. But, I'm at a party, so I'm just going to dance freely. I like this. I'll drop it like a thotty. Drop it like a thotty. I said, now pop it like a thotty. Oh, you bad. Her attitude in this, and church girls acting loose, bad girls acting snotty. Oh, that's so funny, because there's the juxtaposition where, some people think of the church girls being the ones acting snotty and uptight, and the bad girls are the ones acting loose. So it's nice that she flipped the script there. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Oh, I'm wanting everybody. Soon as I get in this body, I'm gonna let go of this body.
Really cool little rhythm track on this.
Nobody can judge me but me. I was born free. I'll drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. I say now pop it like a thotty, pop it like a thotty. We say now drop it like
There's
a
that
thotty,
you
drop it
bad.
like a thotty. Church girls acting loose.
So
bad
classic.
girl acting snotty. Let it go, girl. Let it out, girl. Twirl
Oh,
it
love
like
that
a
call and
table top
response.
girl. I say now drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Bad girl acting naughty, church girl, don't hurt nobody. You can be my daddy if you want to. You can be my daddy if you want to. You can get it tatted if you want to. gon' shake that ass in them pretty tickle bitties. So get your racks up, get your math up.
I love that, pretty tiggle bitties. That's nice. Once again, just playfulness. Playfulness is what makes her music so fun. I like that bad girl acting naughty church girl. Don't hurt nobody. And that's the thing, you know, so many, sometimes you get judged by people who think that they're more, people who have a more restrained outlook on acting naughty, we'll say. Because someone got offended when I used prudish before. But we'll just go with that instead. And you can be my daddy if you want to. You can be my daddy. And that does not mean role-playing that you're my dad. It just means, you know, who's your daddy? So it's so funny the things that people get offended by that you think, well, this is just a common phrase and a common thing. So why is it being taken out of context? But yeah, saying basically do what you want, dude. Feel free to just be you, even if other people may think that's a little too wild. So get your racks up. Word. Get your math up. Ooh, I got to figure out what that means. But get your racks up means get a nice little push-up going. I just really love that this is like a direct follow-up on the coming out of COVID kind of feel. And just being you. And some people took the time in COVID to get to know themselves better. And get to be like removed from society enough to where you weren't being judged on a daily basis by people at work and people seeing you on the street. You were only judging yourself. And I think for all the people that were harmed by COVID because they couldn't handle being by themselves, there were a lot of people who embraced that and got to know themselves better in such a way that they ended up feeling better about themselves. Some people took a chance, took the time to get themselves in better shape, you know. For every extreme one way, there was an extreme the other way, or, you know, softer extremes. So let's get back into it.
She gon' shake that ass in them pretty tickle bitties. So get your racks up, get your math up. I'ma back it up.
Gotta figure out what get your math up means.
On the other side, I finally found the urge to smile. Swimming through the oceans of tears we cry. Tears that we cry. You know you got church in the morning. God's work, you going in. She ain't trying to hurt nobody. She just trying to do the best she can.
Oh.
Happy on her own.
Listen to her dropping behind the beat on those words of trying to do the best she can. That was nicely done because she's been you know, with it. And then when she just let it fall behind on those certain words, it had so much more impact. And I like this. I see them gray sweats. I see a blank check. I think that's another reference to when she was sequestered. She's hanging out in sweats every day, but that was an opening, a blank check, as it were, for her to go ahead and create whatever the hell she wanted. She didn't have anybody looking over her shoulder and, you know, record producers and or, you know, record company people trying to second guess her. So it gave her a chance to just do what she wanted. And that's what this feels like.
Smile, swimming through the oceans of tears we cry. Tears that we cry. You know you got church in the morning. Doing God's work, you
Here it
going
comes.
in. She ain't trying to hurt nobody. She just trying to do the best she can. Happy on her
Just
own.
falling behind the beat there. That was cool.
Without a man, I'm wanting everybody. Soon as I get in this party, I'm gonna let go of this body. I'm gonna love on me. No.
Sorry about that, guys. I had an audio dropout on my recording software there. So wanted to fix that.
Was born free. Oh, drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. I say now pop it like a thotty, pop it like a thotty. We say now drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Church girls acting loose, bad girls.
I love those
acting
backups.
Let it go, girl. Let it out, girl. Put it
I like that line too. Like you came up from the south.
Don't hurt nobody. You can be my daddy if you want to. You can get it tatted if you want to. Put your lighters in the sky, get this motherfucker litty. She gon' shake that ass and I'm pretty tickle bitties. So get your racks up, get your math up. I'ma back it up.
Sometimes it's great to just bring back something that's catchy.
I see them great sweats. I see a blank check. Must be the cash cause it ain't your face. It must be the cash cause it ain't your face. Now do it, baby, stick it, baby, do it, baby, stick it, baby, do it, baby, spin it, now spin it, baby, do it. Now spin that cash a little harder. And she might let you dive in the water. Drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Nah, drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Oh, drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Good girls, acting bad, church girls, don't hurt nobody. I ain't trying to hurt
I
nobody.
love the bass tone through that. M&M's. Oh.
Boy, I know you can't help but to be yourself around me.
Ooh, okay. Getting a nice little mellow song. And I stopped it right at the beginning because, I mean, there was no real transition there. Man, that last song was a lot of fun. That's a cleaning the house song. You know, a lot of this has been put it on to just do something where you want to stay uplifted while you're doing something else, you know? Or I bet you could even dance to it. So anyway, let's get back to Plastic Off the Sofa. Alrighty. So read the lyrics, and this one really is basically just a love letter to her and Jay-Z's relationship. And it's basically saying that we accept each other for who we are, even though I am cooler than you. And that all of those things, some people may see as a negative, I see as a positive, and because it's you. And that's good enough for me, even in the times when we're having issues, like it said something about the look on your face when I leave and things like that. Even in those times, I still love you. And that's why our relationship has made it the way it has. So looking forward to this one, and I'm looking forward to her pretty, pretty voice.
Boy, I know you can't help but to be yourself around me.
I love the breathiness.
And I know nobody's perfect, so I'll let you be. I'll let you be. It's the way you weigh your emotions on both of your sleeves.
The way she ran that down, then back up is really good. I'll tell you one of the things I love on this in a second. Love this over here. That little bit of guitar. That's so cool. You got a little fling. Ooh. Nice bass. My favorite thing in this song is when she dips down and comes back up. Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit there because I don't want to go too far without pausing. There's so many vocal things in this that I love that she's doing. The main things are her percussive into nice held notes. And it's making it have this cool little flow of like da 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 ba, 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 really, really cool. And then of course that run down to the low notes and then back up. Love that. I love the bass groove in this with the drums. Just really, really smooth. Really smooth. And the other thing I like too is the breathiness. You can hear the little lip smacks and things. They didn't get rid of every human thing that happens when you're singing. And I love that they left that in. It makes it feel more intimate and personal.
No, and I know you had it rough growing up, but that's okay. That's okay. I like it rough. That's okay. Even when you let your feelings get in the way. Let your feelings. I still like it, babe.
Oh, that pretty. I just love these guitars just barely there to the sides every once in a while. Ooh, that change. Little cry in her voice. That was so pretty. Wow. Vocally, my favorite performance so far. I just love that line. That's a great line. And she is cooler than him. Ooh, great bass. And then back to just a nice little. Ooh, that was nice. I'm going to run that back. I want to hear what she's doing there. But I really like this whole line. It's the way you want one more kiss after you said you were leaving. The way you listen when I'm crying, when you let me lean in. It's still that thing of, yes, we are having some rough times from time to time. But the fact that I can see that you love me through those times in your body language and the way you do want one more kiss, because yeah, we're having a rough time, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to show you how I feel. Really, really strong lyrics to me. Wow. Her stacked harmonies on here are just as good as her separated call and response stuff. Well, I like the change in the rhythm there, the change in percussive instrument. Ooh, are we changing up the whole rhythm? Must be the transition. Who loves you, baby? Yeah, now see, like right here. What a great transition, I think. Now see, you got that off to the sides here. Wasn't in the last song at all, but you've still got the overall groove continued and the bass groove with the drums. And even though it changed up a little bit, it still has a feeling of a transition to the next thing that's not jarring. It invites you into the next song. What a great idea. Virgo's Groove. So funny that so many of these titles make me think of things they may be about, and then I'm just curious if they are what I think, but we'll find out. So apparently I am correct. One thing that's really interesting, I'm looking at the basic breakdown of the song. It's saying that it's one of the most sex-influenced tracks. All right, so it turns out that Beyonce is a Virgo and that she's got a birthday one day different than my sister. So, not year-wise, but this one is very sexual and all that. And one of the things, I'll point out particular lyrics that I like just because you don't hear them very often. But I do like that it feels like this may have been written around the time that her and Jay-Z were having some issue, and they weren't necessarily living together at the time, but they were still together. It was maybe a separation, and then every once in a while it's like, well, come on over because I still need some loving. You know, even if we're working things out, this is about you coming over and let's get physical with it because that part ain't broken. It's just some of the other things we need to fix. But that's what it feels like to me. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. But yeah, there's certain lines in here that I like, and a couple that some people may not know what they mean. Oh. Oh, yeah. Funny. It just sounds like an invitation, you know? This one has a great feel to it.
Right here, right now, I stop, right now, baby, lock in, right now, I want it right here, right now, cuddled up, on the couch, motorboat, baby, spin around, somehow, coming out my blouse, I want it right here, right now, there's nothing that I want as much as I want you.
Ooh, I love that phrasing there.
A psychic hit me, told me we got shit to do. We ain't got time like we used to. But we still shine like we used to. No, we still grind like we used to. And we cut ties when we need to.
Yeah, see that we cut ties like we need to feels like. I'm gonna run that back there. But the line that surprised me, just because you don't hear people use it much anymore. When she said cuddled up on the couch, motorboat, baby, spin around. For people that don't know, motorboating is like putting your head in between the boobs, you know, that kind of thing. But, and if you can name this movie from the line, like a motorboat, like a motorboat. See if you can name the movie that came from, because that is obscure. I like how she just takes these, you know, slow-mo coming out my blouse. It feels like not a booty call. It feels like getting together to reconnect a little bit, knowing it's going to lead to sex, but we let into it with spending a little time together and reconnecting. Because, like I say, when it gets down here and it's talking about we ain't got time like we used to, you know, we still grind like we used to, and we cut ties when we need to. And that could also be, you know, if it wasn't COVID, that could also be when they're touring separately. So, all right, let's go. Love that phrasing there. Once again, the little woos and all the fun put in around all of this. I love how she's drawing out some words. It sounds like sensual and ecstasy rather than banging one out. This one just, well, it has a groove. And it's Virgo's groove. Wow. This song to me is all about the layers. There's not a lot of dead space, but it's all flowing one layered thing into the next, and it really sounds great. Just love the layers of it. And her vocals, I tell you what, her having the time to sit and work with this really made a difference, and it makes so much sense why she said she put this out first coming out of COVID, that she thought people needed to be able to feel good and have a good time, rather than putting out Cowboy Carter first. I think she made the right choice, because this feels like it did when lockdown stopped and people started being able to go out again. Listen to the layering on these harmonies. It's so perfect. And she keeps changing up how they work.
Your hands so strong when they're gripping on me.
Ooh.
So dance all night long to the throb, baby.
The phrasing on that, when they're gripping on me, felt kind of Destiny's Child to me.
Me, don't you leave. So you
Ooh, that was pretty.
pursue me, kiss me where you bruise me. Ooh,
Hold on. I just have to go back because I want to see if that's bass popping in there when it got to the use me part. It felt like it was.
So use me, pursue me.
Yeah, he's doing a little pop on the bass. Doom, 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 pop. I think we all know what she's talking about there, and I am right behind it. It is really great the way they really express how much they love each other in so many songs. And that it's always that you're the love of my life. I love all the fun she's putting into the sexiness of this. It'd be great if they carried that bass into the next song. Oh, I thought we were closer to the end than that. You know, oddly enough, this is one of the few songs that when it went to that little bass part, it felt like it could have transitioned into the next song. I'm a little surprised they brought it back, actually. Not that it bothers me that they did. I was just surprised that they did because it felt like a natural transition spot. All right, let's get back into it. I like the raspiness she put in there.
Love me, love me. And baby, let me love you back. Touch me, please me.
Ooh.
Kiss me, boy. You're the love of my life.
Wow, what a vocal flex there. To do all that and then hold these notes out. Would you hear that low note? I gotta do the camera.